Hello, I'm Mike Hayes, back with more sonic adventures on the guitar. Well, we all know that modes are not everyone's cup of tea. Personally, I find them very helpful, and I always make sure I have them tucked away in my musical toolbox. To me, modes mean moods. Each mode creates its own unique mood, and I'm really happy to have these modes as resource material for today's project. In this session, we're wanting to create a variety of musical backdrops to a given melody. And the end result music that we create we'll use as theme music for a short film that we'll show at the end of this video. This is quite a lengthy video, so you might want to pack a lunch, even take a short nap, because the last thing we want is for you to go to sleep halfway through the video and fall off your perch and miss all the good stuff at the end. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. For practical purposes, the terms mode and scale are generally considered interchangeable. Each mode contains a characteristic note that captures the essence of that particular mode's unique sonic identity. Diatonic chords, which include the mode's defining characteristic note, are known as characteristic chords. When a characteristic chord resolves to the tonic chord within a mode, it produces a modal cadence. In this session, our focus will be on the Dorian mode. The tonic chord in the Dorian mode is minor, either a minor triad or a minor seventh chord. The Dorian mode is the scale starting on the second degree of a major scale. And the characteristic note of the Dorian mode is the sixth. First up, we'll be working on the C Dorian mode, which means we'll be playing the B-flat major scale beginning on the second note, the note C. The notes of the C Dorian mode are C, D, E-flat, F, G, A, B-flat. And the characteristic note in the C Dorian mode is the note A, the sixth degree of the Dorian mode. Let's have a listen to the C Dorian mode. To give you an idea of the mood that this Dorian mode creates, I'm going to play a C minor chord using a voicing that features the characteristic note, the note A, as the top note of the chord. And I think you'll get the idea of the feel of this mode just by listening to this one chord. Let's have a listen. Our project in this video is to create a variety of musical backgrounds or moods using the Dorian mode. We'll be creating these backgrounds around a given melody. Here's the melody just so you can hear what we'll be working with. I'm playing the melody in octaves. You can either choose to play it in octaves or just single notes. This melody will return later on in the video after we've discussed the various ways that we can create the backgrounds. You'll hear 6 clicks before the melody begins. Okay, let's head over to the B-flat major scale to see what chords we can use to create this Dorian effect. Remembering that the C minor chord is now going to be our tonic chord. Here's the triads that we have available in the key of B-flat. Keep in mind that we're not just looking for any triad, we're looking for a triad that contains the characteristic note. And remember, the characteristic note in the C Dorian mode is the note A. So some obvious choices here are the D minor triad that contains the note A, and also the F triad. Our next step is to create a modal cadence. In this instance, I'm going to play a D minor resolving to C minor, remembering that C minor is our tonic chord. Now, if you're familiar with the Miles Davis tune, So What, this will be a very familiar sound. It's in a different key, but you'll recognise the effect. In each of the following examples, you'll hear 8 clicks in before the track starts. Each example is played 4 times through. In this next example, I'm borrowing some chords from the scale tone 7th version of the scale of B flat, which means I can use D minor 7 to C minor 7. D minor 7 contains the characteristic note. In this next example, I'm using a call and response type technique. I'm beginning with triads and then answering them with scale tone 7th chords. In this next example, I'm using various inversions of an F triad and an E flat triad. The F triad contains the characteristic note A, and the E flat triad makes up 3 of the 4 notes in a C minor 7th triad. For this next example, I'm using a combination of major and minor triads. In this next example, I've returned to the scale tone 7th chords to have a look and see what other chords that I can use. And one of the chords that I haven't used yet is a B flat major 7, which does contain the characteristic note, the note A. And in this example, once again, I'm setting out to achieve this call and response type effect. I'm playing a series of scale tone 7th block chords and answering that with triads. Okay, do you remember that melody that we played earlier in the video? The melody only consisted of two different pitched notes, the note G and the note C. What I'm going to do now is take one of the progressions that we've played and I'm going to move it through a series of keys to find out what will give me the best mood for that melody. And what I mean by that is I'm looking for keys that have the notes G and C. So I don't want to change the melody. That's the melody I've been given to work with. So if I look through all the various different keys, I can see that the key of F would work. The Dorian mode there would be G Dorian. I could also use the key of E flat. The Dorian mode there would be F Dorian. And I could also use the key of A flat. The Dorian mode in that key would be B flat Dorian. Okay, let's have a listen to how each one of these Dorian modes sound and feel. We'll be playing the exact same chord progression in each one of these keys. Let's begin with F Dorian. Here's that same chord progression in B flat Dorian. there's that progression in G Dorian. Next I'm going to take that melody that we played earlier and overlay it over the Dorian mode in the various keys that we've been practicing. What I'm listening for is a particular mood or feeling that I get when I hear the melody played over the background, and which key is the best fit for the video clip that we'll see at the end of this video. But first, let's have a listen to the modes without the visual. So here we go, we're going to hear the same melody played firstly over C Dorian, F Dorian, B flat Dorian, then G Dorian. And now here's the same set of chords that we've just played, only this time with the visual. Let me know in the comments section below which key you feel is the best fit for the visual. Well, that's it for today, folks. I do hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I hope there's something in this lesson that'll help you develop your own musical style on guitar. If you enjoyed this session and felt you got some value out of it and you'd like to support this channel, there's a link in the description below this video. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the good stuff. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. It really helps us out. Until next time, all the very best with your guitar playing. Bye for now.